Look, I know it's crazy, but don't nobody care about you when you broke. And I know they always say that people change when you get money, but nah, the people around you change because at the end of the day, it's like ain't nothing really genuine. You know how it go. You might be doing your thing, getting a couple dollars, making moves in your city, and then as soon as it all go away, people stop answering the phone. People stop doing things for you. Then you feel like you're dependent upon them. And then it's just crazy because that's how it go. Everybody swear they love you, but once you lose your money, don't nobody love you no more. Because the love wasn't real anyway. Sometimes we gotta know how to interpret what real love is because just saying you love somebody is not really love. Being there for somebody and your actions to tell if you love somebody. Because when you love somebody, ain't no question about it. You're gonna be doing stuff you don't normally do because you got love for that person. But a lot of people swear they got love for you, but their intentions ain't in your best at heart. They telling you they love you so they can get something from you. It's just part of the game. So in reality, it's like don't nobody care when you broke. Don't nobody love you. And that's sad because the world that we live in, it should be more valuable than money. But people don't look at it that way. People always trying to do what they can do, what's best for them. So I want y'all to always just like keep y'all guard up because I done seen so much, I'm numb to the pain. So you may be numb to the pain. So it's like you probably done seen a lot that don't nothing phase you. Don't nothing surprise you. So, and it's crazy because you thought the people you could put your trust in, it ain't what it is. And then the ones you don't see coming hurt you the most. Because at the end of the day, they look at you like you a nobody. Say if I tell you something that's valuable, you gonna look at me like, who are you to tell me something that's valuable? You ain't successful. But if I successful, they'll listen to me more than listen to the person that ain't got no money. And it's crazy. And at the end of the day, it's like I can manipulate you if I was successful and tell you what you need to know. In reality, I could be running a game on you because it's all a game. So you got to be willing to interpret what's real and what's not. You got to be able to put two and two together. It's like if it don't make no sense, it don't make no sense, no matter who it's coming from. So you may have some favorite cousins-in-laws. You might have a favorite brother, favorite sister, or you might have a sister or brother that you never got along with. And then in reality, y'all know y'all never got along with each other. But say if you hit the lottery tomorrow, you'll be his favorite brother, or your sister will say you her favorite brother. So that's just like that's how it go. Because at the end of the day, it's not real. So once you start learning that it's not real, you're gonna put yourself in better situations in life. Because half of the time we in the wrong situations because we putting our trust in people that we thought would have better character than that. But in reality, it is what it is. People will show. People true colors will show their character. When you leave some money out there, people do things based off money. And we shouldn't do that because I hate that this life is just based off money. They tell you to go to school, get you a degree. And why they tell you to go to school to get you a degree? Because they want you to get a better job so you can generate some money. And then, what's the part they didn't tell you? Some of y'all going to school to be in debt forever based on money. So it's like you go to school to be successful, to get a good job so you can make good money, and you still owe money. Like I thought this was to help me. If it was genuine, it was free. If it was really genuine, the school would be free. It's really not genuine. So it's like once you learn how the world works, and it's crazy how the world works, because you will see. But the people who living on this earth that ain't pressed for money, you're gonna see that they in purpose. And those people that you need to be around because those people are rare. It's hard for you to come by somebody that's not pressed for money. So that's why people don't love you. Because the love ain't real anyway. And everybody is pressed up for some money. So once you find somebody in your circle like that, you might know of somebody in your life like that. They always pressed up about some money. So if you got somebody like that in your circle, you gotta cut them off because it's not healthy. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna do everything about their life about some money. So if some money came on the table, y'all could be friends for years. If they see $1 million, they're gonna cross you for that $1 million. And in reality, it's like, if you my friend, you supposed to got my back no matter what. So if you see $1 million right there, you ain't gonna take it because you know it didn't belong to you. So you need people like that stand up. Like, you could leave $10 million in the house and you still gonna have every dollar. So if you don't find no friend like that, then you just wasting your time because it's just like they trying to get one up on you. In reality, they low key hating. And it's just crazy because this is the stuff we was taught. Everybody's pressed up about some money because everybody wants something for nothing. Don't nobody want to work. And then it's like you'll block your blessings because you so pressed up about some money. You done seen people that were social media influencers. They supposed to did a good deed for somebody, and then the deed was a fraudulent deed. And then it could have been people with millions looking at them and messed up their opportunity because they were so pressed up about some money because it wasn't genuine. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that you're still supposed to have your morals. Don't do anything for no money because money will come. Even if you want to start a channel, even if you want to do a song, even if you want to be an actor or whatever you want to do, stop being worried about money because at the end of the day, life is about relationships, not relationships like y'all talking to each other, dealing with each other. Not that type of relationship. Friendship relationships. Because if you cool with somebody like that and y'all get it, and then y'all always look out for each other, you might be in need one day, or they might be in need one day. If you make it everything about money, and then once that other person gets in need, they ain't gonna want to help you because you're always making it about money. So once they try to charge you, you gonna be in your feelings? That ain't how it works. So always do things from the heart. So when you're doing something for somebody, make sure you're doing it from the heart. Because if you press up about money, don't get mad when somebody else press you about money. It gotta work both ways. So stop doing it because people can see that. And that's why it's like, the world is so just phony. Because it's like, if you ain't got no clout, don't nobody want to deal with you. When you got clout, now you so handsome or you so beautiful as a woman or whatever. But the love is not real. Because they only doing that because you got clout. So it's like, but in reality, it's like, I know you're going to be in your feelings, but you really can't be in your feelings to care because you care too much. Once you start caring too much, you can't do what you need to do. So in reality, once you stop caring about money or where your life is at and how successful you can be, you're going to be able to move and maneuver in life because you understand life. A lot of people don't understand life because the 99% don't get it. You see what I'm saying? I didn't get it for a minute. I had to learn it myself. Now it's fascinating that I get it, but it took me a while to get it because I was always in my feelings. Because of what? Money always divide people. It don't never bring people together. It divide people. And that's crazy that money divides people because people so pressed up over it. They'll do anything for money, but you can't do that. So that's why don't nobody love you because you broke because the love ain't real anyway. So once you learn that the love ain't real anyway, it don't even matter. So you just take the situation for what it is. So once you take the situation for what it is, you out your feelings now. And I know that sounds harsh, and this world is crazy, and life ain't fair, and I know it don't make no sense, but you ain't got time to worry about why it don't make no sense. You feel me? So that's why people just don't love you, or they act like they love you when you got money. They only acting like that because you doing for them. Then it's like the more you do for somebody, the more they don't appreciate it anyway. So it's like it's backwards. So it's like, and then when you say you broke or don't want to do nothing for nobody, you being tight. But they gravitate towards you more when you put your foot down. They look at you like you weak. So it's all types of things in this world that you got to learn. And once you learn those things, you're going to be better off. You're going to get to live your life. You're going to see the flaws in people. Nobody is perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. He not perfect. And she ain't perfect. But in reality, you're trying to get it right. So don't worry about the love no more. Don't show no love. Love will get you hurt because you're in your emotions. And once people see that you're in your emotions and you're weak, they take advantage of you because you're so pressed up about this love. Don't be pressed up about nothing. If you pressed up about your job, they're going to take advantage of you there. If you pressed up about money, you're going to be tripping because you can't make no money. Then you're going to be crossing all your friends out because it was all about the money with you. Now, when you ain't left for nothing, you're going to be feeling sick because you was moving wrong. Because you felt like people didn't love you. You was in your feelings. So in reality, that's why people don't care about you when you broke. They only care about when you can do something for them. Because in reality, the love wasn't real anyway. The love phony. So once you learn that the love is phony, and you see people's true colors, and you stay solid to the end, they're going to realize that grass ain't green on the other side. They're going to come back in your lane. Now it's up to you to bring them back in your lane. If you choose not to, they're going to say you tripping or you in your feelings. You're not in your feelings. You're just taking the situation for what it is. So they need to learn that because you don't want to deal with them accordingly on a friendship level. You're not in your feelings. You're not holding no grudge. There ain't no bad blood. You just moved on. You seen a difference in life. You didn't have an excuse. You see what I'm saying? So once we start to learn to come together and the situation ain't about money and it ain't about what I can do for you, and then when the shoe on the other foot, you got an excuse when it's time for you to do for me. That's how I go. In reality, you got to stop that. Because notice that in your life, you may do something for somebody, always doing something for them. And then when it's time for them to do something for you, they got an excuse. Or they feel some type of way. Because the love wasn't real anyway. And then it's like, once you couldn't do nothing for them no more, they wasn't calling you. So you got to peep stuff. Don't peep what nobody's saying. Peep by their actions. Actions speak louder than words. So that's my take on that situation. Let me know if y'all know somebody in y'all life like that. And I'm going to see you again. Peace.